Almost every modern nation-state has a capital city. It is usually the city that holds the seat of power and not necessarily the most populous city. In fact, most countries have changed their capitals throughout time. Historically, the largest and most important city in many African countries naturally became the seat of political power after independence. In many instances, those cities were located on or near the coast because of the easy access to the ocean for trade and travel. Nigeria's capital wasn't always Lagos, and countries such as South Africa and Cote d'Ivoire has more than one capital city. Egypt moved it back and forth. We actually lost track of counting. Hello besties, and welcome to another video on African history, perceptions and culture. In today's video, we'll look at a few African countries that have moved their capital cities, focusing on both historical capitals as well as the more recent ones. Located on the northeastern corner of Africa, Egypt is one of the most populous countries in the Arab world. Famous for the pyramids of Giza and the River Nile, the largest and most important cities in ancient Egypt were its capital cities. The capital cities moved back and forth over the course of time. The first capital city was Tunis. Some of the later capitals include Memphis, Thebes, Avaris, Akhenaten, Tanis, Sias, and Alexandria. Cairo is the current capital and largest city in Egypt, located near the Nile Delta. Modern Cairo was founded in 969 CE. According to media reports, plans are underway to relocate Egypt's capital Cairo to a new futuristic city few miles from Cairo itself. South Africa is the southernmost country on the African continent. South Africa is more famous for its political history, beautiful scenery, architecture, as well as its signature jacaranda trees, and three of its cities that serve as capitals: Pretoria, the executive, Cape Town, the legislative, and Bloemfontein, the judiciary. Apart from its iconic Victoria Falls, Zambia has plenty of natural water resources. Other attractions include the famed Zambezi River, which it shares borders with the Republic of Namibia and has numerous national parks with vast wildlife species. In the case of Zambia, Kaloma was its first capital in 1908 but gave way first to Livingstone and later to Lusaka in 1930s. Speculations of a proposed new capital, Ngabwe, located 75 miles away from the current administrative seat in Lusaka, is believed to aid in the menace of Zambia's population. Botswana is well known for having some of the best wilderness and wildlife areas on the African continent. It is a country with very interesting geography, as three of its neighboring countries meet at a single point known as a quadripoint. We found this part particularly very interesting. Well, until 1965, a year just before Gaborone was officiated as the capital of Botswana at independence, the seat of government was transferred from Mafikeng, which is a former town in South Africa. And at least for 80 years before independence, the Botswana land stayed on world maps. Its capital was across its border in South Africa. Nigeria is one of the most populous countries in Africa, home to over 200 million people. Nigeria is so diverse and multi-ethnic country with more than 520 spoken languages. Until 1975, Lagos City was the capital of Lagos State, and in December 1991, it was a federal capital of Nigeria. Ikeja replaced Lagos as the state capital, and Abuja replaced Lagos as the federal capital. Lagos, however, remained the unofficial seat of many government agencies. Like South Africa, Cote d'Ivoire has more than one official capital, Yamoussoukro and Abidjan. Yamoussoukro is the fourth largest city in the country and is known as the administrative and political capital, and Abidjan is the economic capital respectively. The city of Abidjan was declared the capital of Ivory Coast in 1933 when it was still under the French rule as a colony, and stayed the capital after the country became independent. Formerly known as Nyasaland, Malawi is a landlocked country in southeastern Africa, endowed with spectacular highlands and extensive lakes. Lake Nyasa is also known as Lake Malawi and accounts for more than 1/5 of the country's total area. An examination of the transferal of Malawi's capital from Zomba to Lilongwe in 1975 points to a need for expansion. So, to sum it up, Lilongwe was not the first capital of Malawi. The title belongs to Zomba. Tanzania is a country of immense beauty. It is a country of natural splendor, outstanding wildlife, seductive beaches, charming ancient towns, archaeological sites. I can name so many. Tanganyika, a historical Eastern African state that gained independence in 1961, Dar es Salaam became its first capital, a position it continued to have when Tanganyika and Zanzibar merged to form a United Republic of Tanganyika and Zanzibar, later renamed to the Republic of Tanzania, and Dodoma its current national capital. Equatorial Guinea is located in Central Africa and lends itself to incredible biodiversity, second only to the Amazon. Equatorial Guinea itself is home to 13 different protected areas, ranging from natural parks, monuments, to scientific reserves. Currently, its national capital is Malabo. However, this is slowly changing as there is news that there is a new capital city being built at Oyala. According to reports, Oyala was slated to become completed by the year 2020. The city, which has been several years in the making, is now believed to be a futuristic city with top-notch security. Burundi is a country located in inland Africa next to Tanzania, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Rwanda. It is blessed with an abundance of cultural heritage and most notably its folk songs and dances. The most widely celebrated events in Burundi include the annual Sorghum Festival, an auspicious celebration, and a magnificent display of traditional dances, and also some of the best drummers who play the karienda, which is a sacred drum. How cool is that? The current and newest capital in Africa is the capital of Burundi, Gitega. It was moved from Bujumbura to Gitega in early 2019, officially making Burundi the latest African nation to have moved its capital city. In future, we might see new changes, so for now, those are the few African countries that have moved capital cities, both in ancient times and far more recently. Well, tell us, did we miss any capital changes? And do you know of any other capitals that might take place very soon? Also, if you are from any of these countries, What has your experience been when your country moved its capitals? Let us know in the comments and let's get chatting. Remember to like and share with friends and family for more content. Thank you for the retention on our previous videos. Till we meet again next time. Bye besties.